Will King here, and today on the Build Show, I want to talk about sealed roof decks. Some of the details surrounding it, and most importantly, the benefits that you as a builder get from sealed roof decks and your customers get from a sealed roof deck. Let's take a look at it. All right, so we're on a job site today here on the Tennessee River, and we're standing on a nice zip system sealed roof deck. Now this is 5/8 zip system, and obviously all the seams are taped. I want to talk about why we do this to start with. So sealed roof decks are great for builders. They're also great for the customer, but as a builder, after framing's complete, we're already in the dry. And that really makes a big difference in the total water intrusion coming into your house. So last year I actually had a project going that we could not get the metal roof due to some supply issues. We were actually able to go ahead and get past the trim stage and paint before we ever even had a roof on. And all we had for protection was just our sealed roof deck. So that speaks volumes for how a builder can really benefit from a sealed roof deck. But what a lot of you may not know is the added protection for the consumer or your customer. There's been a lot of research done that evaluate homes that's been hit by severe weather that causes damage to the roof. And there's always significant damage found from water intrusion, even when losing a small part of the roof covering. The IBHS has actually researched this and found that for every 1 inch of rain that falls on an unsealed roof deck, it's about 9 bathtubs full of water, which is a significant amount of water coming into your house. It's going to cause some really bad damage to the home in the event of severe weather. So there's multiple ways to seal a roof deck. And obviously we've depended on the products from Huber to really get us in the dry. Like I mentioned a minute ago in this video, we're standing on a 5/8 zip panel, and we're using just the 4-inch seam tape to achieve the results that we're looking for. But I will say in the valleys, it's always a good idea to have the extra peel and stick membrane. Anywhere there's a lot of water channeling down your roof system, before the roofers get here, go ahead and put it on to give you that extra protection. Whether you're doing a product like Huber, which is a fully adhered membrane to the panel plus tape, there's other brands out there too, like LP, WeatherLogic, and some others that are now making a similar product. You can also do a fully adhered membrane. So you could do a complete peel and stick over the entire roof deck over like a normal commodity OSB. And that's also going to get you a complete covering over your panels that's going to keep you dry. There's also some details out there for just taping OSB. So you can just tape the seams of commodity OSB and then use a synthetic underlayment over the top of that with a specific nailing pattern. And that's also going to get you a nice sealed roof deck. That's going to give the customer protection in the event of a loss of a roof covering. Now, it's probably no surprise to you that a sealed roof deck like this is going to cost more money. We did an earlier video covering those costs and going over the details of that. But really, the added cost to the overall project is just a drop in the bucket compared to the benefits that you're going to get as a builder and the benefits that you're going to pass on to your customer after the house is built. We talk about damage to a house in the event of severe weather. How many times have you seen when a tornado comes through or a hurricane comes through, a lot of houses on the perimeter of the damage site has spots of shingles missing or parts of metal roofing missing. And think about, if once that little piece of roof covering is gone, the amount of water that can get into that house and cause severe damage. And also consider too, in the event of a natural disaster, our resources, our roofing companies, they're going to be very much behind. So there might be a week or 2 weeks go by before that customer can get a tarp over their roof to keep water out. So think about the significant damage that could happen even after the storm before they can get their roof deck covered. So sealing a roof deck only makes sense when you consider it that way. As a fireman, I used to do a lot of natural disaster relief and severe weather work after tornadoes came through here in Alabama, and I saw this over and over again. It might just be a little bit of damage done, but ultimately they had a huge loss because simply the water intrusion. All right, so I hope you learned a little bit today about sealed roof decks. Be sure to go check out our previous video on Build Show covering the cost of sealed roof decks. If you're not already following me on Instagram, please go do so. It's @WillKingBuilds. So just remember, iron sharpens iron. So keep grinding, keep watching these videos, and we'll see you right here on the Build Show.